Hurting someone's self-respect can lead to bitter conflicts and even bloodshed. Politicians can drag entire countries into a spin because someone insulted them, like we see here in Israel. But it's not only between countries. I know that if I hurt someone's self-respect, that's like the worst possible thing to do. Why is it that this is what tears a person from within? It is a direct hit to a person's ego. I shall rule. Meaning what? It is the upper force, the force of the Creator that dwells upon us, giving each of us an egoistic connection to Him in a way that I'm a little king of the world. It is a divine part from above. Every person feels it, each and every person, even if they're of low social status. Otherwise, he has no right to exist at all. If I somehow hurt your sense of self-respect, what do you feel in relation to me? That you want to erase me. You want to erase my existence. It's worse than dying. There's this saying, don't do to others what you hate. No one stands their self-respect being hurt. So why do we hurt each other's self-respect all the time? Because accordingly, I examine to what measure do I rule the world, the measure of my existence. I examine my existence in the world according to the borders, the boundaries that I want to extend all the time, that this mine, this my turf. You can really see it on animals. Territory. Yeah, so everyone protects their territory. Previously, you said that hurting someone's self-respect is hurting their desire to be king. It hurts their sense of self, that even the smallest and most insignificant person, nonetheless, has a place in the world. Is it possible for people to live together where everyone makes room for the other person to feel that they're king of the world? No problem. But how is that possible? You said that a person wants to extend his boundaries, so he enters another person's turf. So let's do the opposite. Let's make room for everyone. And suddenly you feel that everyone's making room for you. The entire world is yours. And I also feel that the entire world is making room for me. And the entire world is mine. And so does he, and so does she, and so on. It's all in all a psychological change. That's it. But if no one wants to budge a millimeter for the other person, then we're all suffocating. That's beautiful. What does it mean to make room for the other person? It's sheer psychology. There's nothing special here. Try to explain to a person that what's mine is yours. This is the source for an ideal state. If mine is yours, then we reach a state where the entire world is truly yours. And every person feels that he is entirely free. And everyone are friends, close, and everything is good and great. There's a kind of blindness that doesn't allow us to see. What don't we see? How to rise above our ego. What should a person's self-respect lead him to? The cemetery. What do we have to build instead of it? Instead of that, to bring him to love, connection. What will be respected in this kind of life? We have to give people the proper education for them to understand that let's explain to ourselves in what way can we exist and what will finish us off. In this state, where people make room for each other, like you previously said, who are we going to respect actually? By this, we respect the upper force. Who is this upper force that you're talking about all the time? What is it? The force of nature. What kind of force is it? The desire to bestow, to love, from which everything was created. He's king of the world? He is. Because of him I feel that I'm king of the world, and you feel king of the world, and she does, and he does. Yes, it happens in all of us, but when we connect correctly with each other, then each of us also feels that the other person is king of the world too. And this way we can come to a world which is utterly good. I wish, Dr. Laitman, do you think that these beautiful things that you've just described are possible? If we want it, it'll happen. Truly, truly.